What's a common saying that annoys you? More recent, we are all in this together. Edit. Much thanks for the awards. Now more than ever. If they told you to jump off a cliff, would you? It is always a false equivalence. Remember, you wouldn't steal a car, would you? So you shouldn't pirate/copy this movie. But if I could download a car, I would. Hello. We are calling about your car's extended warranty. My car that was totaled 4 years ago has a crazy good warranty. I can save thousands by paying a small fee via MoneyGram to keep it going. Live, laugh, love, edit. Thanks everyone for the awards and upvotes. I was not expecting this at all when that came to mind. Eat, cheers, die. You're pretty, young for a roller coaster engineer. Just kidding. When you catch someone red-handed doing something they shouldn't, and they dismissively say, just kidding, as if it never happened, and they are thus absolved of everything. It drives me up the wall. At least own up to it. It's just a prank, bro. This sentence people say to essentially excuse any behavior or joke. Prankster. Let's put a klaxon by someone's eardrums. Loud noise, they get angry. Oh, it's just a prank, bro. Haha. Loosen up a bit. I was just joking. Just hate it. It doesn't excuse your behavior. It's just because they can't live up to the consequences. If you got time to lean, you got time to clean. Bitch, I've been cleaning all day. When I was in judo and this guy was giving a kinda big workout, some of the kids were saying they were tired. He kept responding with, "You're not too tired to talk." Deleted. We are family equals be prepared to work early and late, and be paid in guilt and manipulation. The customer is always right. Edit. Thanks for the silver and gold. The sad part is there is some real important truth to this. It's just been taken out of context. It was never intended to apply to an individual customer. It was intended to apply to the population of customers. The real idea is that if a particular product isn't selling, trying to blame it on the customers is stupid. Redditors of Reddit. Redditors of Reddit. What was your biggest Reddit moment on Reddit with other Reddit Redditors? Not me, but my mom's great uncle once knew a guy who had a son who was a friend with this guy that edit. OMG. My first gold. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. This is my first gold ever. Edit 2. Grammar. Edit 3. Wow, this blew up. Thanks for the 6k updates. Edit 4. 6. 9k updates. Nice. Edit 5. Thanks for the 8k updates. Edit 6. RIP my inbox. Edit 7. OMG. My first post with 10k updates. Edit 8. Wow, 15k updates. Who knew my most upvoted comment would be about anal sex? People saying they're a little OCD because they like to sort things neatly or something. I think it's become an adjective now, and it pisses me off. IDKY, cause I don't know anyone with OCD, but it really bugs me when people say I'm so OCD. I have to have my books color coded, or I just go crazy. I was once at a park and saw some 8-year-old boy punch his playmate in the head, and his mum responded, "Well, boys will be boys. How about teaching your kid not to punch others? How about that? Yeah, and chisty parents make for chisty kids." Give 110%. Once at a job interview, I told my interviewer that I'm a 110% kind of guy. She looks me dead in the eye and goes, "We are looking for 150% kind of people." Working for her was an interesting experience, to say the least. Everything happens for a reason. Someone actually wrote this on Facebook to a family member of mine after she had a miscarriage. And it's cousin. It just wasn't meant to be. To piggyback off what you said, I had a classmate in college that would use this constantly in our capstone discussion course. Never read the material, participated in coursework, etc. She would wait until someone finished a really thoughtful analysis and say to piggyback on that. And essentially repeat the exact same thing, but worse. Eventually my prof said no more piggybacking. Either give me your own thoughts or don't say anything. And then started making her initiate the discussions, so she had to speak before the rest of us. It went about as well as you'd expect for her. Nothing can stop a team. If you work your hardest, you will succeed. Stuff like that. Nothing can stop a team. How about another team? No one. Literally no one. Me. So every YouTube comment anymore. If you have nothing to hide, then you have nothing to fear. The first and only thing they reply with when people are presented with mass surveillance practices. Pretty sure it was Snowden that responded to this by asking if you would give up your freedom of speech because you had nothing to say. No offense, but with all due respect, anyone who says that is an a-hole. It's just a word, but I loathe the term hubby. It makes me want to claw my own face off and throw it at whoever said it. Along the same vein, I cannot stand preggo and kiddo. My husband knows this, so whenever someone is pregnant he says she's preggo with a kiddo, and he thinks it's hilarious. IDK if it really fits, but when people write would of, it makes me hate people. Should have used a different word. I don't know isn't an answer or the parent version of I don't know because I said so. Edit. Thanks for updates and silver. I don't know is a better answer than literally anything else when you don't know something. Go figure. Here's the kicker. I have no idea why, but it does my head in. Yeah, but it really works when you're introducing a football team. If you cannot handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. This is what we like to call a red flag. Think about everyone else that has much bigger problems than you and realize your problems aren't that big. Something like that. Ah yes, it could be worse. Hate that. Irregardless. I just winced. You disgust me. Edit. Thanks for the gold, kind stranger. Edit. Wow, this blew up. Edit. Thanks for the platinum too. But seriously, please donate your money instead to a worthwhile charity. Don't let this die in you. This'll get buried. Just be positive. Well, if I could I would. If only we would have thought of this ourselves. Positivity is such a revolutionary and original concept. There's always someone out there who has it worse. While possibly true, it trivializes the serious struggles that people go through. Sure, someone could be going through worse, but that doesn't invalidate what you're going through. Also, if I start to think of people who have it worse, then I feel worse. Damn empathy. My buddy vehemently opposes the word anyways, claiming it is not a word and only anyway is acceptable. When I was young, my dad said that saying anyways in politically incorrect. I just stormed that politically incorrect meant that the government will hunt you down and arrest you if you said anyways. Everything happens for a reason. Yeah, okay, tell that to a terminally ill child or crime victim. God has a plan for them. Anyone else? Insert something that everyone does. No? Just me? Okay. Like, okay, we get it. You're so relatable. Just beg for validation. Why don't you? Am I the only one who? Yes. You're the only one who likes strawberries, Susan. The only ducking person on the planet. If it doesn't scan, it's free. No, Janet. If it doesn't scan, I can't sell it to you. It's not a posted policy, so get bent. When I was at a cashier job, it got to the point where I wasn't getting paid enough to care if the item scanned or not. Just drag it over the sensor and throw it in a bag. Sometimes it's just too much of a hail to have to type in long codes when it's just like $3 of rice pilaf mix. Every single piece of office jargon ever. Hits include, let's put a pin in that, let me swivel chair, that nice to meet you, ML exclusive. Our core values are let's touch base, I'll just ping you on X, there's no INT mitts on my radar, hit the ground running, literally anyone that uses this crap in day-to-day speech needs a slap. Let's circle back to /she communicated this to me. Just say told FFS. Edit to at, to your point. Leverage, I hope this email finds you well. I'm so OCD. Or I'm just super antisocial. Or any other time someone claims they have a mental illness they know nothing about. Edit. Holy cheese, this blew up. Glad to know so many people relate. I have different mental illnesses that all go hand in hand with each other. For example, I have a mild form of dyslexia, which can trigger my OCD when I need to write an email or create a budget report, which triggers anxiety, etc. Close bracket. One day, I was speaking with someone at work and said something like, "Oh, sorry, I read that wrong. I thought it said insert lengthy explanation here." When they responded, they were so kind and said, "Oh, I totally get that. Do you have dyslexia too? Have you tried this font style? It's really helped me." The fact that they knew exactly what it felt like was weirdly comforting. I didn't even have to say that I had this specific disorder. They just knew and were willing to help. Sorry for the length, but my point is it is incredibly obvious when people are talking about disorders they know nothing about. Take a chill pill. Unnecessary and unhelpful. How about you explain why the situation is not as bad as you think it is instead of saying, "Take a chill pill. We just want you to take your medication." Jeremy, you can't keep putting this stuff off. It's prescription. I could care less. This means that you care. What you meant to say is, I couldn't care less. As in, you don't care. The irony hurts. Edit. Thanks for the Take My Energy award, kind stranger. Together we grow even stronger against those that would befoul etymology. Edit 2. Whoa. Platinum. Thanks, kind stranger. I'll be sure to spread my bounty among those most deserving of our loyal and willing crusaders. Edit 3. Thanks for the sylves, yo. Edit 4. There's been a surprisingly high amount of negative feedback regarding my award speech edits, but I can't stop now. You can do anything if you put your mind to it. No, you ducking can't. Yeah, you can't expect to fly with your bare arms just because you put your mind to it. Without any technology and on this planet. ATM machine pin number UPC code PDF format. Pretty much anything that suffers from RAS syndrome or redundant acronym syndrome. PDF format, counterintuitively, can be argued as being correct. How? Because when we talk about file types, also called file formats, we typically use the file extension. So a file is in DOCX, JPG, etc. format. From this perspective, the real idiots are the ones who included the word format in the name of their format. Edit. Thank you, kind Redditor, for the silver. In America, where I live, people constantly say it's a free country as an excuse for saying or doing something that other people are judging/criticizing them for. What they fail to realize is that it goes both ways and they're not free of the consequences of their actions. It's a free country. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm calling you a rickhead, not calling the police. Money can't buy happiness. I hate this saying. About 90% of my problems could be solved with money. The next time you go to jail, we're not bailing you out. How many times have you heard this? Haha. Be your true self. I think that promotes a very passive one-dimensional way of looking at your life. My true self is a couch potato. I want to be better. Whenever I make an effort to improve, some people can't handle me not being someone they can look down on like before, and tell me to be myself. Now mate, you just miss being able to bully me. I have a coworker who says happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Wednesday etc. for every day of the week. Constantly, all day long, to everyone she talks to. Makes me want to smash my face through a window. That must be annoying. BTW, happy Thursday. It's always in the last place you look. Notice Sherlock, why would I keep looking for it if I already found it? Edit. Guys, I get that it is a joke. It also happens to be a phrase that annoys me, and I felt like roughing about it for chizzes and gigs. That's the joke though. I say it every time. Your parents did their best and love you. No, they most certainly did not. Especially not when one of them is a trained psychologist who specializes in the disorders his own children developed. Now that's a situation that calls for a different proverb entirely. The cobbler's children have no shoes, lol. Live, laugh, love, bonus points if they have it on the wall in their house. I have it tattooed on my forehead in 12 pints New Roman font. Suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem. Has it ever occurred to these people that part of what makes it appealing is the permanent solution part? Wow, I guess I'm not alone after all. Also, the dipchizzes that have said that to me are never willing to even toy with the idea of problems being permanent, or at least being permanent to the person that is suicidal. This is only temporary. This has been my life every single day for as long as I remember, over 33 years. At what point does it completely stop for it to be able to be called temporary? Boys will be boys. Along with this, whenever someone uses, "oh that's just name," that's the excuse my parents used whenever my sister bullied me, so they wouldn't have to do anything about it. Don't cry over spilled milk. It just sounds so cheesy. You have put the spilled milk in hot water before it gets cheesy, you know. I don't mean to be racist, but something racist is about to follow. I don't mean to be racist, but I really enjoy getting my rick sucked. We are in this together. My fists clench and my teeth grind every time I hear this phrase, especially when a celebrity says this. Don't judge a book by its cover. That's the whole point of book cover design nowadays. Cover art, synopsis, reviews, etc. All of these things are meant to draw your eye and get you to buy the book. Book covers scream "judge me" at every opportunity. The point is that the cover can be misleading, sometimes intentionally so. There are plenty of books that look good, but have me complaining the whole way through about the stupidity of the characters, the vapidity of the author, the complexity, or lack thereof, of the plot. And there are plenty of plain covers that conceal literary masterpieces. Sorry, not sorry. Why bother saying sorry twice to show how not sorry you are? There's no I in team. Yeah, but you can't spell team without M and E. You also can't spell it without meat, but nobody ever talks about that. Not really a common saying, but a common mistake. When people say irregardless instead of regardless, absolutely irks my nerves. David and Lisa jogged down the road together. The street was largely empty due to the lockdown, but they were allowed out once a day for a form of exercise. This was Thiz, and they had chosen to have a run past Buckingham Palace. As they ran by, it was deserted, not even beefeaters at the gates. It was strange to see the eerie guardless _ building. It is what it is. It'll happen when you stop trying. It may be regional, but it is what it is to me has always just been a polite way of saying I have nothing else to say about that, and would like to move on. The Reddit special, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yeah, that one got old fast. Say it louder for the people in the back. War flashbacks to my Tumblr days. Never say never. I hate this one so much. My hatred started when I was a teenager who thought it was cool to hate Justin Bieber and let everyone know how much I hated him and his song. I guess not much has changed. Just saying. I know you're just saying. Because you just said it. It is what it is. It would be weird if it was something it wasn't. God will provide, and other synonymous phrases in response to a frustrated comment or complaint. I'm not looking for divine intervention. I'm either A, looking for someone to just listen to me, or B, looking for someone to give me a kick and encourage me to be more proactive about solving my problem. Thoughts and prayers, something people say to weasel their way out of a chisty situation. Those who can't do teach. Usually said by someone who didn't do well in school and doesn't understand the impact education has on people. Positive vibes only. Ignoring negative emotions is toxic behavior. The mispronunciation of nuclear as nuclear and temperature as temperature make my blood boil. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It can make you sad, depressed, broken, or paralyzed too. I'm not, but it's only uphill from here. They're in a better place. I get that it usually comes from a sincere place, but sometimes it is just tone deaf. I think my friend who accidentally wrapped his car around a tree would argue he was in a just fine place before. Yeah, I get that the intention is usually that the person/animal is not suffering anymore, but I don't think it really makes anyone feel better. I watched a YouTube video about people talking about the experience of losing a child, and one mom who lost her month-old baby said she didn't like hearing that because there's no better place for him than here with us. We only use 10% of our brains. Maybe for you, Mr. Smarty Pants. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll end up among the stars. No, you won't. Even Proxima Centauri, the closest star, besides the sun, to Earth, is still 2 light years away. So, if you miss the moon, you will actually just run out of fuel, continue to hurtle through space, then use up your oxygen and die long before you reach the stars. But on the bright side, you'll have a few weeks to reflect on how insufferably stupid and obnoxious that quote is. Yay. The quote doesn't say you'll be alive when you get there. You should smile more by creepy old men. Calling a sandwich a Sammy. Just shoot me. We're pregnant. No, brat, your wife is pregnant. You're just fat. When did that become a thing? Not really a phrase, but I'm really tired of the word wholesome. People saying literally in every sentence. Example, I'm literally starving. No, you just very hungry. Not a saying, but certain terms such as doggo, fur baby and Sammy. Hate them. Oh my, you watched until the end? That's fucking awesome, dude. Thanks for watching.